I'm Robert Koolen, president of Scala. We are very proud of these new additions to the family. So these are the gold awards we won last evening. The one was for the Miele Experience Center, which is a way for Miele to showcase their products as customers would use them at home in a complete multi-sensory experience, so including sights and sounds and smells, a very innovative application. And the other one was for the Amsterdam Rai, which is the largest conference center in the Netherlands, with 800 screens, which has really tremendously improved their traffic flow and has created new revenue streams. Well, in spite of our 23 years in the business, we still believe that we are only scratching the surface of our potential. Digital signage has the opportunity to connect a targeted message to a captive audience, and that potential is tremendous and much larger than the footprint that the industry has today. In order to overcome that, I think we have to realize a few things. One of the things is that it is still a very capital-intensive type of industry, capital-intensive acquisitions that are required. I don't think that we reach out to as many people as we can. So I think the traction that we have is still in no relation to our real potential. And then obviously a recession is not good news when considering these facts. So we have to articulate our case and showcase the benefits of the industry and reach out to more people to overcome. And that's when we will cross the chasm and live up to our true potential. I think the industry has done a good job of reaching out to the visionaries, the people who can see ahead of the curve and who can, connecting the dots. I think the next group of major buyers that needs to be attracted maybe a little bit more or less risk averse, or a little bit more risk averse, and I think we need to state the benefits more clearly. I think for us, for Scala, we find our software deployed across a very broad range of industry. Our software is sold by over 450 partners, each of whom have kind of their own level of specialty. So we find ourselves, these partners take us into a very broad range of industries. Retail overall remains big for us. It's our single largest vertical, but by no means dominant. We find good traction still in other industries such as healthcare, in government, and in non-advertising based kind of networks. Advertising based networks have been in trouble over the last couple of years as a result of the recession, but we still find opportunities, and our partners are a key part of that, because our software gets sold in over 60 countries by all these partners, and there's still good opportunities to be found if you are well spread enough. I think overall, one trend that is important to us, and our latest release kind of speaks to that as well, is to appropriately tailor the type of technology to the deployments. So whereas in the past, a lot of the platforms were based on PCs, fully featured, fully functional, there are a number of other different type of deployments that are important, or that could be requiring different type of technologies. For instance, if all that you need to play is a low-resolution video or just a JPEG image, you don't necessarily need a full-featured PC platform. Maybe you can get away with doing a photo frame or a typical type of appliance, a low-resolution type of appliance, which would still do the job, but at a significantly lower cost. So for Scala, it's been very important to populate right from the top of the PC platforms, fully featured, to bring together a number of different type of platforms that do different type of jobs at a different cost point. We believe that makes the overall digital signage deployment more affordable without the loss of functionality. So you'll see us populate this value for money corridor of different type of platforms along that range. And our latest release, 5.1, is another important step in that process. The Scala ecosystem is a one-stop shop for it. We power it by technology, which is probably the most functional and stable, because we have an unfair advantage in the industry of having been there for 23 years, which has given us a lot of time to perfect our technology. So we power it, but it's our partners who add value-added services and products and complementary products to it, and together that is the one-stop shop that customers might want. DSC has been a good show for us, and we look forward to sort of continuing on that track. It's good for us to reach out to a number of people and try and bring in new people into the industry at the same time. Obviously, we need to reach out to more people, so there's more that needs to be done. But we've seen good traction, both in terms of finding new customers as well as projecting our brand at DSC, so it's been very helpful in the past. And we look forward to continued cooperation in that respect. Obviously, we are trying to invite people to come to the show, so we're having a certain draw. If you look at the number of people around our stand, typically we attract a good number of traffic because we invite people to join us at DSC. And it's a good opportunity for us to connect with people and to participate in events and get the message out. We do have our own kind of partner events, and we participate in other inventories. We have direct operations around a number of parts of the world. So there are other shows that we are also participating in, and certainly in the Americas, DSC is an important show. We're happy to announce the release 5.1, and although it is a point release, it is an important step in spreading this, what I talked about earlier, the value for money corridor. We're bringing out new functionality for a number of those platforms with release 5.1. It's also the release that makes us fully compliant with Windows 7 across our complete product range. And then in addition, as is our wanton custom, we're putting a few other goodies in there, so there's 65 additional features that we are launching. And that's not the same when you talk about Scala software as bug fixes. We got 200 of those that we're shipping at the same time. But there's a lot of good functionality available in the latest release. And the best news is it will ship before the end of the quarter, so March we'll be shipping. Digital signage, join the revolution.